just said it's not hypothetical. This is real life for me. I am obsessed with dinosaurs. You can't name that. 4 dinosaurs.
I didn't ever fucking say that.
All right, Big Bang. Today is Thursday. It is March 26th. Welcome to the Dog Walk, presented by Barstool Sports. Before we get going, I want to talk about American Home Shield. Just because you have to live with a busted tournament bracket doesn't mean you have to live with a busted appliance and home system. Let's be honest, breakdowns are inevitable. Without a home warranty, you could pay thousands when things like your oven, AC, refrigerator, or plumbing get knocked out of the game. But American Home Shield is here with the assist. I've seen enough appliances quit on me, and that's why I tell everyone, don't sleep on AHS. It's like having a solid 6-man for your house. An AHS home warranty can help protect appliances and home systems no matter how old, and if your covered item can't be repaired, they'll replace it. A home warranty provides coverage that homeowners insurance doesn't, like for breakdowns caused by normal wear and tear. So help protect your peace of mind and your wallet with a home warranty for American Home Shield. And as a benefit to select plans, you can video chat with live repair experts or to help assess or even fix issues over the phone. American Home Shield, don't worry, be warranty. Get 20% off at ahs.com/dogwalk and see promo details. See ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including service fees, limitations, and exclusions. Welcome everybody in to another episode of The Brain Clash. It's myself, Stephen Cheah, Nick, and of course, White Sox Dave. This is the 9th Brain Clash.
Okay. Wow, they've been flying.
You ready to get on the...
What's your record?
I have no idea. A lot to a little.
You're winning.
In the bad way.
Oh, okay.
You won the last one, right?
Yeah,
he technically did not.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the
came down to
yeah.
Jacob Ames, and he gave the point to you, Steve.
Right. Whoops.
Do you get on the board today, Dave?
I think so. I'm feeling fresh. I took my creatine this morning.
Okay.
Brain is fully functioning, so I think I'm gonna run away with this.
I can't wait to see you going at 100%.
Yeah. It's probably not too much different from my 60% that I'm typically at.
Oh, okay.
But
Why?
I tried at least.
Okay, yeah.
Rogan told me it works.
Okay, then I believe it.
Creatine's what Mark McGuire got.
No, it's not.
Wasn't that what they saw in his locker?
It was Andro.
Yes.
That was Andro.
It was something
Andro Stenidrioni or some super sciencey.
Ephedrine was a big thing, I think, too.
Ephedrine's just Tylenol.
Yeah, but no.
Look
That's
this
ibuprofen.
up. Lance, can we look this up? I'm pretty sure ephedrine's very over the counter.
Ephedrine, ibuprofen is Advil.
Ephedrine's
That
something
sounds
though.
right. Ephedrine sounds like
it's over the counter. I'm fairly certain.
It may have been, but I'm telling you, people were. That was a big baseball thing for sure.
Fediwap?
It is a stimulant to treat low blood pressure.
Yeah, and they use it during anesthesia as a decongestant of the
bronchial tubes or something
for asthma.
You guys ever been put under?
I haven't. I'm afraid.
I've not.
It's fucking awesome.
You like it?
I've heard it. I've heard it's kind of cool.
It's like a death demo, right? You just kind of are gone.
You kind of just
Kind of, but then you wake up and you're like
sweet and consciousness.
out of it.
You think that's you? Like
I would
that?
hate
I think
that.
it
Yeah.
sucks.
As a guy who does not do drugs, and has never really done drugs, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's like you're getting it done for medical purposes and whatever.
I'm just afraid I'm not coming back.
It's too deep.
Yeah.
When you wake up, you feel like shit.
Oh, yeah?
Kind of.
Have you been put under?
Oh yeah, and you could it makes you constipated. At least for me, it does. That's
Oh,
a big,
really?
That's a big
I don't know that, brother.
side effect. Oh, all right.
What's the worst injury you've ever had?
I've broken my arm.
Okay.
And then I had a slight puncture in my pancreas.
Ooh.
Fell off my bike. My handlebars got stuck in my belly button.
Oh.
Ambulance had to
You
take him
didn't
out.
have to get put under for that or nothing?
No, I had to stay on my back for 2 weeks in a hospital bed.
Wait, they're really stuck?
It made a pop noise when it came out. I had a really deep belly button in 6th grade. It was I could put coins in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it like your party trick?
Yeah, it was. It was just kind of a spitting them out.
And now it's not deep?
No, it's kind of gotten bad. It's normal now.
Can I see?
It's just a normal hairy belly button.
I kind of want
What's so funny about my hairy belly button?
I got a hairy belly
I'm laughing at White Sox Dave pressuring you to see your belly button when
I'll show you after.
Okay, that's fair.
It is sensitive, but I think most people's are. I hate when people are near the rim even.
Yeah. It's that's one of the most disgusting parts of the body.
Especially if it's an Audi.
Oh, the Audis get...
Do adults have Audis?
Yeah.
People
Yeah?
that,
Do you?
I don't have an Audi, but I know like if you have an Audi, you're probably gonna have it for life.
I would have pegged you as an Audi guy, Cheah.
No.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, I could
But
see that.
if you have an Audi, aren't you inherently like jacked or have a six pack?
No, I think it's like they fuck up cutting the umbilical cord, right?
That's what I thought it was.
Did they let your dad do that? My dad cut mine.
I was offered.
I
I declined.
Okay, they don't,
Or actually, I
was wondering
might
if
have
they
done.
still
I
did
might have
that.
done one.
I heard it was tougher than people think.
It's just
How bad is it actually in the operating
not that
room?
bad.
It's not because.
Were you above the curtain?
When we did C-section where I was above, the natural birth I was below.
C-section, I would not want to be in the hospital at the same time.
C-sections.
That is like horrifying to me. That's like a Saw
gnarly.
victim.
That I could not
Do you
watch.
plan on watching the birth of your spawn?
I don't think I could do it. I am, and this isn't even a joke, I am such a fucking pussy about blood.
Same. Gets me dizzy.
It took me a while to get used to watching like Game of Thrones type movies.
Oh, wow,
TV
okay.
shows, because I just do not like it at all. Like I saw one of them in theaters. I was like closing my eyes the whole time, not because I was scared, just because it was grossing me out.
No, you weren't scared at all.
It's not like a scary movie.
Do you
don't
want
think.
to play a game?
That's scary.
That was kind of scary.
All right, let's get into the Brain Clash. Brain Clash 9, like I said, we'll start off nice and easy here, okay? Steven, of course, since you won, you get the choice to defer or keep. Which is a better form of consumption, burrito or burrito bowl?
This is a good one.
I'm going to defer.
Whoa.
All right, Dave. what is
Okay.
it?
The only answer is a burrito. You need the carbs with the meat. You need the starch with the meat and the protein. A burrito bowl, that is, like, I don't even know why they call it burrito bowl. It should just be a bowl of meat. It's not in any way, shape, or form literally a burrito. If I'm getting Mexican food, I need that beautiful, flour, stretchy, somewhat moist tortilla wrapped around all that lettuce, tomato, onion, cilantro, meat. I go steak personally, but if you're a chicken guy, that's, your prerogative. That is my absolute favorite cheap takeout meal, is just a standard nuts and bolts burrito. Burrito bowl, get the fuck out of my face with that shit. On to you, Steven.
I'm glad you took that. I actually like burrito bowls better. Burritos are fine.
You can't call it a burrito bowl, though. It's not.
It's the name on the menu. I'm not making up rules here. That's just what it's called.
Okay, continue.
So a burrito is fine. It is a little bit too doughy because there's already rice in the burrito, which is a carb and a base, which is fine. But then you add another, when you actually look up the nutrition information for like a tortilla wrapper, it is like pretty bad for you.
It's bad, yeah.
So with the bowl, you get more of the good stuff, which is what's inside. You're a protein guy. You like meats, like you said. You like steak, chicken, the barbacoa, the ground beef, whatever you want to do. You get a better ratio of that to the rice and kind of like the bad carbs you're looking for. I personally, and this is, I hope this doesn't cost me the point, but like I like the like lettuce and tomato and like that type of stuff. I like the guac, I like the sour. I like to taste everything. Whereas with the burrito, it just feels a little bit too carb heavy, and it fills you up to the point where I would want to be using my calories on better things. Like I would rather have more meat. Plus you're also not limited to the space of, sometimes Chipotle even double tortillas it, which is crazy.
I've never seen that move.
If you get double meat, sometimes they will do that just to make sure it's all fully contained. But it's too much. I want the good stuff. I don't necessarily want to focus on the worst part of the burrito.
Now, okay. Can I counter now? Are you
Go
done?
ahead.
If you eat a burrito correctly, you should have every ounce of the ingredients in every bite. A lot of people will not hold the burrito correctly and pull the foil off incorrectly. And when they do that, they'll just take a bite of like straight lettuce or a saucy crema tomato without all the rest of it. A burrito bowl, like I said, if you're counting calories, then sure, like I get it. You're getting a lot more protein, a lot less carbs if you're trying to do the whole keto thing or anything. But no, a burrito is 10 times better than a burrito bowl. And everything you said, you didn't talk about how you can get a entire bite of everything with a burrito. With a burrito bowl, you're just mixing it up. It's just a hodgepodge of shit.
You can do that with a burrito bowl too. In fact, you're seeing all of the ingredients, whereas the burrito, you're a little bit blind to exactly what you're having. The first bite, you don't know what side that is distinctly. Also, with the burrito, you have a little bit more chance of making a mess. While you can say it is contained, sauce can go flying out and stuff like that. So I think there's a little bit less risk with a burrito bowl. And again, it's just better stuff, I think.
Better stuff. You have all the same stuff
without the tortilla. You agreed that the tortilla was one of the worst parts of a burrito.
When did I say that? Did I say that?
As far as health-wise.
I mean, and none of it's really that good for you. Typically, it's going to be cheap choice meat, cheap rice, cheap lettuce. It's all bad for you.
Okay. Nick, you kick it off here.
Yeah, this was tough, man. Dave, you brought up, I think out of nowhere, I don't think he brought up that you can get every ingredient in every bite. Did you say that?
No,
No, he didn't. But then you brought up that in a burrito you do. You never do in a burrito.
In a burrito?
No, you'll get a bite of just sour cream, a bite of just rice.
That's what I said. If you eat it incorrectly, yes.
How can you show me? If we order a burrito, can you show me that you'll get every ingredient in every?
Yes.
In a regular bite, you don't need to gape your mouth.
You need to unhinge your jaw almost to do that.
Have you ever had a burrito? Unhinge your jaw. You're eating a burrito. What are you?
Burrito's like this big.
Yeah, you take it, you bite it, and you eat it.
Yeah, but you said you're not getting every ingredient in every bite. You said you know how.
That's if I can't do it right here because I don't have the shit in front of me. But yes, if you're eating a burrito correctly, you should have every ingredient in every bite. Yes,
you can do that.
Yes. Yes.
So when you're taking a bite of this burrito and it's this long or whatever, you're taking full bites where you're basically taking a slice each.
And someone who's making the burrito, if they're making it correctly, it's going to be layered properly so you know where to bite without having to see everything.
Dave, I had you until you rebutted with
that was it. That was it. I was 100% on your side.
Yeah.
And then Cheah.
And I'm fairly sure he did bring up getting all the ingredients.
No,
I just said
only
you
afterwards.
couldn't do that. You can do that with a bowl.
Yeah.
You can see all the ingredients.
No, because I was actually mad that he didn't make that point.
That's the only point.
Yeah, that's a cardinal flaw in a burrito is that you don't get all the ingredients at once. Now, some do if you're really good at it, but you're not going to get 100% hit rate.
9 times out of 10, you unless you're really stretching the mouth.
You might be thinking of like one of the Trader Joe's burritos that like you heat up in the oven.
No, I would not. I don't.
Are you thinking of that?
No.
You don't know how much that insulted.
Have you read those ingredients?
No, but those
You literally
burritos
can't
like
read them because you can't pronounce them. They're all like 30 letters long. It's all fucking processed garbage. That's not a burrito.
Dave, yeah, that's my problem. You had it. I just don't know why you brought that up because that is the problem with burritos.
That was the one way you could have lost. the argument.
I'm going
You
to have
didn't say
to
it.
go back and watch this video because I'm like almost positive I countered because that's what he brought
No,
up.
he didn't. He didn't bring it up because I was truly about to give
Ed
you
and
the
I
point.
looked at each other
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah.
And then Cheah did save it, and that's why he's getting my vote with the mess factor. You said it's less of a mess. You waited till too long for me, but a reluctant vote for Cheah.
Yeah, like I hate giving you this point because should have been the first thing you brought up.
Fair.
That it's you don't get every ingredient, but then Dave did it for you.
I will retroactively change my vote if we can order a burrito and you prove that you get every ingredient in a bite.
Okay.
Without
Pull
gaping.
burrito.
Yeah.
Without gaping's crazy.
What you got to record right after this?
Yeah, but I will drop anything for this.
Okay. My burrito joint opens at 11, so
Perfect. Yeah, grab me.
it's not
We
too
can do this
far.
on Yak actually live today.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Damn. All right, Dave.
I'm really disappointed.
I know you had it. You just
I want you to fucking win.
did the White Sox, Dave. You talk too much.
I need to review the tape on this one. We can continue.
Okay. Cheah, your choice again.
Okay.
Would you take a pill that would make you never have to sleep again? Yes or no?
Can I ask a question before answering? Would
Sure.
would this shorten my lifespan at all or no?
No.
You just operate as is?
Yeah.
Without needing sleep.
And you don't like get fatigue, or your brain doesn't like shut off. Your brain works the same always.
Correct. Right?
Oh,
That's the
okay.
way.
So it's like
Yes,
we are
sure.
right now.
I want the
Yes.
ball and I'm going to score.
Okay.
Yes, obviously I would take that. It is so great. Now, sleeping is nice and it is part of our routine, but especially as, our jobs are demanding in the fact that we are doing a lot of different things and sometimes during weird hours and stuff like that. it would be so nice as a father of two and a husband. You want more free time. A lot of times, if I'm being quite honest, my weekends can suck because I don't have a lot of free time. I'm shuttling kids to birthday parties and different lessons and swimming and all this stuff. And I don't have time to do what I want to do. But what if I had, 6 to 8 hours a night to do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted? I could watch The Sopranos finally. I could, watch movies. I could, do a lot more research. I could improve my work during the day because I would be prepared. I could have more time to bullshit with my friends because I'm ahead of what I've been doing. You would have so much more time to take care of what you want to do. So I would love to do it. Plus, imagine, if people, I know some people here hate red-eye flights. It'd be great. You could just not really worry about that, not worried about being tired. A big thing is fatigue. So yeah, you wake up, you're fatigued. You don't have to have your coffee or energy drinks. You're just good to go whenever. That would be awesome. I would do that today.
Dave.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and disagree. Naps are awesome. There's nothing better than a Sunday afternoon nap when there's a nice drizzle outside. You get that nice steamy smell of rain. It's just, naps are the fucking greatest thing on earth. There is one of my favorite feelings that I experience regularly is the feeling of slipping into sweet, sweet unconsciousness when my head hits the pillow at night. And that's, I think most people would agree with that. So that's all I have to say. Naps are awesome and sleeping is awesome, and I wouldn't get rid of them for almost anything.
The feeling that you are enjoying with sleeping is, I guess, technically the part where you're slipping into your unconscious, but that's a matter of seconds. And then when you wake up, you are feeling rested and ready to start the day. What if you just had that feeling constantly and had the time to enjoy it? I don't even see how there could be a debate here. I'd much rather have the time to do whatever I wanted to do than essentially be powered off.
Okay, one of my favorite things is to do absolutely nothing and to just stare into the abyss. So
you could have 6 to 8 more hours a day to do that.
But you can do that while you're sleeping. That's like the absolute pinnacle of that for me.
Okay, I mean, you're not really enjoying it, but yeah.
Oh, I enjoy sleeping. Sleeping's awesome.
You enjoy the going to sleep and waking up. The sleep.
I
is
enjoy
just
sleeping
unconscious.
too.
You're unconscious,
and it's an enjoyable feeling.
Okay, I'm totally set with my argument.
So am I.
Okay.
I'm
Sounds
also
good.
very happy you didn't bring up dreaming, you dumbass.
That's a good point. It's a good point by Cheah. Listen, I don't understand what you meant by the red-eye flight. I think that's nice that you get to sleep on a red-eye flight. You don't have to stay awake. And
Did you mean jet lag?
No, I mean, like some people like red-eye flights, in which case that wouldn't apply. But some people hate red-eye flights because they're gonna not be able to sleep in like a comfortable position. They're gonna wake up and be tired, and yeah, the jet lag is part of that. But I personally like red-eye flights, but overall, I can see why some people do not and would never want to fly at those times.
okay, Nick, do you have anything?
I've thought about this a lot. Did I submit this one?
You did.
Okay, I've thought about this a lot. I think you'd be a lot more productive. I wish you would have brought up other things other than watching The Sopranos and then watching movies. You get really in shape. You could learn a language. You could get a second degree. You could, there's a lot you could really, really improve upon. But I think if I had the choice, I wouldn't do it. I don't want to let my bias get in the way because I wish you would have brought this up. I think you'd go insane without getting a break.
I was going to bring up the boredom factor,
I'm not very good at turning my brain off. So sleep is kind of the only thing that I have to stop being anxious or stop overthinking. But you just brought up, I'm not doing this on purpose because I like you as a man, but you're not bringing up good points. You said that one of your favorite things is staring into the abyss, which you can do. The only way you can stare into the abyss is if you're awake.
No, you can stare into the back of your eyelids.
That's not really staring if your eyes are closed.
You're staring. Your eyes are focused on the back of your eyelids.
You can see the back of your eyelids. It's not just black.
That's seen something. Black something.
I got to go Cheah here again, and I don't love to do it because I don't. I'm not on his side of the argument, but I'm going with Cheah here.
Lance.
I think I'm also going to go with Cheah. I just think I know I didn't really hear anything strong enough to be like, this is why sleeping was better. I think you could have maybe rebutted him on his red eye being like, well, sleeping on a flight is perfect. Like being on a red eye flight from like Chicago to LA, like I'd rather not do that. 4 hours of just sitting in a plane. Yeah, I think a good point was the best part of a nap is you come back rested, I don't know. I don't think I heard any like strong rebuttals to make me be like, yeah, you won.
Aside from sleeping's awesome, which everybody agrees with.
I think you brought up a good point with saying naps are enjoyable because
Love
they
naps.
are. They are an
Yeah.
enjoyable activity, so that was very good. But I agree with Nick in that aspect where I just don't think you poked enough holes in why.
So I talk too much and then I talk not enough.
Yes.
What's the
You
fucking...
didn't present the case really.
All you really said
Because
If
the last
if
case,
you said dreaming,
he's like, oh, you
thought-
started talking too much. And I'm like, naps are awesome.
Well, you can't.
Sleeping's awesome.
Can't give.
Doing nothing's awesome.
You got to find there's a fine line. It's porridge too hot, porridge too cold.
like watching the clock for however many hours in a day. Imagine having to do that overnight
Yeah, it would
Like-
fucking suck.
for 24. That's a lot. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You said it would suck, so that's why it'd be something that would have been nice to bring up. So I'm on Cheah's side.
I
And then Cheah did rebuttal, well, you like sleeping because you're tired.
Why do we sleep? I got a couple of fun theories, I should say.
Please share.
Do you know why? Do you have any
tired?
guesses?
Just like any other living thing, right?
People automatically, typically will say to get more energy. That's not how you get energy. You get energy by consuming food and calories and stuff, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So call it 100,000 years ago when humans were like evolving from apes and monkeys and all that shit. We would go into a completely subconscious state to avoid predators, and that evolved into other animals obviously started sleeping. Like fish don't sleep, I don't think technically. They have to constantly move, but mammals they sleep because they eons ago had to go into that completely just motionless state to avoid predators. Is that kind of fun fact?
So what about getting tired? That's fun.
I think that's just a side effect of the evolution of sleep in animals.
Cheah, do you agree or disagree?
Now I heard
had to-
this. I learned this in psychology class in high school, and so the facts are a little rough around the edges, but I know I'm in the ballpark on it.
They had to go to sleep to avoid
To like a completely
predators.
motionless state where they would lay down in a prairie or whatever, and
That evolved
their
into
brain
sleep?
would just shut off.
so they would look dead. Like
Maybe
I would
That
feel
could-
like
that could go into it. Maybe
you would be more susceptible to predators if you're just out in a field.
I
and
think
not
that's where
moving.
dogs came along because the dogs became a symbiotic thing with actually Neil deGrasse Tyson's got a good thing on this. So we eventually domesticated dogs by feeding them, and the wolves rather would know that they had a food source with the humans. So while the humans were asleep, the dogs would be, or the at that point dogs after they were domesticated would guard the human.
So we made a
pack
treaty,
or
treaty
whatever.
with them, and then
Pretty much, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But didn't like dinosaurs sleep and everything?
I would imagine they did, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, interesting theory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on board.
Okay. Moving
Makes
along.
sense, right? Like
Round
Nuts
3.
and bolts
Cheah,
of
you
it.
can get the sweep right here.
Okay.
No.
we're gonna go through 5 anyways. Just do it.
Maybe.
yeah,
We got to order you a burrito, man.
Yeah.
This might not be a sweep.
Yeah. All right, Cheah. What's one side dish you would have for the rest of your life? I'll give you guys some minutes here because this is a thinking one. You could also defer here if you want Dave to
Yeah.
go first.
Dave, knowing Cheah, what do you think he's going to pick?
how specific do we have to be? Like, it's got to be this name or this specific food.
Yeah, I think you got to pick the actual dish.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you
okay,
could say I want this because it makes different forms.
Gotcha. Okay.
That would not be fair.
All right. I am going to defer then.
I think we are kind of on the same page there based on what you just asked.
Yeah. I mean,
Were you thinking potato?
yes.
Yes.
Can't do that.
Because of that, I'm going to go with the French fry. A good French fry is the perfect side. It doesn't really matter what is the main with a French fry, but
Curry.
dude, the fries that Chef Donnie made, we just released our cooking contest yesterday. He fried them in beef tallow. They were some of the best French fries I've ever had in my entire life. a well done French fry, even like the floor on French fries is pretty high. Like a bad French fry, like a fast food French fry, is still gonna be like fine. It's rare that these French fries are fucking terrible. I don't know that I've ever said that, especially if you just drench them in whatever sauce you got on the side, ranch, ketchup, whatever.
You ever gotten French fries delivered? The floor's pretty low.
Yeah. They don't travel as well, but I'm assuming I'm ordering a food at a bar or restaurant or whatever, sitting down and I'm getting a side with it. It's going to be fries the vast majority of the times. It doesn't matter if you're at a nice steakhouse like Boulevard. You said they got elite fries.
Unbelievable.
Known for their steak. Their fries are unbelievably good. So I'm just going to stick to keep it simple. I'm going to just go with French fries.
Stephen Cheah.
So I would have to pick my own. I'm not just debating anti-French fries, right?
Yes, you have to pick your own.
All right.
He wanted French fries. That's why there's this delay.
No, I don't.
He
I
deferred.
wouldn't have picked French fries. I think the potato is naturally the way to go, but like what type of form would you consume it is tough. There's also like the potential like mac and cheese element, but like does that man, you know what? I am gonna go with mac and cheese, and I think we're not for a side. We're not going with the Kraft or Auntie Anne's like the.
It's gonna be
you're getting like a good professional, well done mac and cheese where you scoop it with a big thing, you dollop it on your plate. I think the big difference between this and French fries is that I think if you go to a steakhouse, which is, would you agree, is like the pinnacle American restaurant type of restaurant, you're not typically going to order, like the sides at a steakhouse are, going to be your bacon, mac and cheese, the cream spinach, like those type of things. Generally, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but French fries is not typically a side order. That might come if you order a burger there with fries, but you're not getting that as a traditional side. So if you're going to a steakhouse, which again is the ideal experience for Americans, you're not getting a steak with a side of fries would be less than ideal. Now, certainly if you're getting fast food and burgers and that type of thing, that would be great. I think French fries kind of pigeonholes you a little bit into mainly American quick service restaurant type food, like your Applebee's and burgers and that type of thing, and maybe some like ribs. But that wouldn't be my go-to. Macaroni and cheese is just so versatile, and while it is essentially two main ingredients, obviously there's butter and stuff in there, but macaroni and cheese, you can do it with a barbecue, you can do it with a steakhouse, you can do it with a burger. I think it pairs very well with almost anything. Like even a salad, you have macaroni salad, which is pretty similar, and obviously I'm talking about just macaroni and cheese, but you have more options, I feel. And noodles go with, for the most part, everything. French fries, I think, have a opposite what you said, have a low floor as far as delivery. If the container doesn't have holes poked in it, it's not going to be very good. I think you have had a lot of people complain about certain fries. A lot of people, I'm not going to name any specific QSR restaurants, but for partnerships, but a lot of people have dumped on certain chain restaurants fries as being like, these are terrible or these are cold. They don't heat up well, really, as far as microwave or oven. I think that macaroni and cheese is probably the safest option, and you have some diversifications where you can add different spices or different toppings and stuff like that to make it a little bit different, whereas fries are always just fries.
Fries aren't always just fries, and I was going to ask you guys, I'm including like waffle fries, steak fries, like I got French fries, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely season them in different variations, so that's just incorrect based on what you just said. There was another point that you, in completely incoherent rambling mess you just had, there was another point I
Steakhouse
wanted to. You said that mac and cheese reheats like shit. You don't want to reheat cheese like hardly ever, especially if it's actual real cheese. Like if it was boxed mac and cheese, that'll reheat better because it's fake cheese they're using. Real cheese you do not want to reheat in any form because it just congeals really badly. So you said that, and that's just incorrect as well. Aside from that, you didn't really argue for anything aside. You just named a bunch of different dishes, really.
I think it's
that's what actually you said, that like mac and cheese goes with barbecue, so does fries. You said it goes with steak, so does fries. You said it goes with, there was a third one, burgers. Obviously, it goes, mac and cheese could too, I suppose, but obviously fries and burgers are the A and B.
Okay.
So
I'll go first. Not just saying this to continue the debate, but Dave absolutely bodied you on that one.
I think I did too.
Couple of good points. The floor point was good, especially because you added in, even if the floor is low, even if they're not great, the sauce factor. You didn't say salt, but yes, there are ways to enhance them. I disagree with you saying that steakhouse is standard American cuisine. I do think those like quick little fast food places are more of the standard if you look all across America.
I said ideal.
Okay.
He did.
But even, point against that, though, I have had some very good steakhouse fries. So I didn't like that point either. And then Dave saved it at the end, too, where you get steak fries, you can get waffle fries. So
yep, that's a good point.
That's a point, Dave. Nick.
Deferring the side dish choice is the biggest blunder in podcast history. And I am a huge Stephen Cheah guy. Close to loving you. I do love you, Stephen Cheah. You saying that mac and cheese is more versatile than French fry made me hate you. The French fry takes the taste of whatever you're dipping it in. It is versatile to the nth degree. I'm not doing this to prolong it either. This was the merit of the argument, and that was he put you in a body bag. That will haunt you, I think, for decades to come.
That's fine. I thought fries was probably the one, but I did feel like it was a little bit too. I didn't feel like it was versatile enough as far as different foods it could go with. But then
they put them on burritos now. I don't like that, for the record, but they do California pretty burritos. Regularly. Yeah.
I think my flaw was I didn't really have a good backup option, and I didn't want to go potato versus potato.
Mm-hmm. Were you going to go mashed potato? Was that your?
I was thinking mashed potato.
I think you could have got me with mashed potatoes because I was thinking of going mashed potatoes.
But I think you presented it really well.
Yeah, I thought you did a good job.
Yeah, I was really nervous for you because I thought you were gonna try to go something beyond, a little fancier. So that was good. Okay, Dave. So this is your ups or not. Often kids become obsessed with trains or dinosaurs. At your current age, what would you rather be obsessed with, trains or dinosaurs?
I'll take this one. As I've gotten older, my interests have changed. Shane Gillis obviously has his stand-up skit where he goes on the whole thing about developing early onset Republican, which just means he listens to a lot of World War II history podcasts and stories and movies and whatnot. And on that note, I have developed a strong kind of like KB. I love geography. I love looking at maps. Anything science related, I'm in on. Space related, I'm in on. Dinosaurs, I'm in on. Trains are sweet. Engineering is something that is just so above my brain power. Not that outer space and everything isn't, that it's not something that I look to like develop my interest around. But dinosaurs, feed me all the dinosaur facts. We just kind of talked about dinosaurs a minute ago. You talk about the Jurassic area, the Paleolithic area. It doesn't matter. Jurassic Park is one of the all-time great movies. And even the science in the movie, how they took the embryo from the sap, the tree sap, the mosquito in the tree sap, super fucking cool. And it actually makes sense in layman's terms when you're watching the movie. It's like, oh, that makes sense. They cloned a dinosaur doing that. That's actually feasible, I love all the science shit. Feed it to me. Give it to me. Trains, they're cool in their own right, but I don't need to learn anything about them that I don't already know, which is next to nothing.
Mm-hmm. Steven.
So dinosaurs haven't been relevant for millions of years. Certainly Jurassic Park is a great movie, and I even like the most recent one. That being said, all that stuff is fiction. It's just made up. Whereas trains, as an adult, I think one of the most courteous things you can do, and one of the things that should just be the standard, is being on time. And that's what trains are all about. It's about getting you places efficiently and on time. As far as what I would most want to be obsessed with, I don't even think it's a choice. What are the jobs you can currently get being obsessed with dinosaurs? Maybe you could be a museum clerk, or maybe you could be a paleontologist, maybe in like trying to live a Jurassic Park type dream. With trains, you can do a bunch of stuff. My dad is a chemical, or he's retired. He was a chemical engineer, but growing up, he just said he was an engineer. So for a long time when I was a kid, I thought he just worked on trains.
Yeah.
And drove trains.
I thought all engineers were trained. I remember that too. Yeah.
Yes. But my point is that there are tons of careers for people that are obsessed with trains. Look at Japan and the bullet train and trains that go like hundreds of miles an hour, getting people places faster, more efficiently, cleaner, safer. I think trains, you have monorails, you have subways, you have, again, bullet trains, you have regular trains, you have Amtrak trains that go cross country. You can see the whole country on a train. With a dinosaur, you're on a field looking at a bone, or you're in a museum looking at a bone. Like, what are we doing here? Like, it's trains by thousands of miles merely for the career opportunities, money, relevance to modern society. As advanced as we can get as a society, trains will always be relevant. And going back to my opening statement, dinosaurs haven't been relevant for millions of years. So yes, I'd rather spend my time on relevant.
Okay, you just named a bunch of different types of trains, like the Metra and like the subway. Like, okay, you named the trains. You didn't say why you would prefer to be more obsessed with those trains over dinosaurs. You just
career
said that
opportunities.
Are you looking to be a train conductor, Steven? Have you ever looked in this in any way? Because I look at Instagram reels of dinosaurs constantly right now, all the time. I'm already, I don't want to say obsessed with dinosaurs, but like I said, science, outer space, like shit in that world, I'm already kind of obsessed with. So I don't know really what you're arguing. You just said that trains exist. I know dinosaurs don't exist. The question was, what would you rather be more obsessed? You're 39?
40. Yep.
I'm going to be 38 this year, so we're call it the same age for intents and purposes. Like I'm looking at Instagram reels and YouTube videos, and
what is that getting you?
I'm taking in the dinosaur content. Nothing. That's not what the question was. It's not how can you enrich yourself off of trains versus dinosaurs. It was, what are you more obsessed with? What content
would you
take
rather be obsessed with?
I said dinosaurs, and I'm telling you right now that there is, I don't want to say an obsession being formed right now, and I'm sure you guys will hold that against me, but like I enjoy dinosaur content already.
That's perfectly fine.
And I'm already on the route of becoming, like, if something piques my interest to a point with dinosaurs, I don't know what it could be or would be, just hypothetically speaking, where I go off into a tangent on a Friday or Saturday night and consume 12 straight hours of dinosaur facts from like an actual paleontologist. That is within the realm of possibility for me. You're never going to get a job as a fucking conductor on a train or running a metro rail or anything like that. I don't even know why you brought up career opportunities. We're talking about like obsessions as in what, like, you're obsessed with the NBA or sports.
Right. So obviously our job is a cheat code because we can really be whatever we want and talk about whatever we want. But I'm saying 95% of Americans do not like their job. We are very lucky to be in the 5%, in the minority there. If you are obsessed with something, and if I would rather be obsessed with trains, something modern, something that has career potential. So I can hopefully, in this hypothetical, I would hopefully one day work in that field and love what I'm doing because I love efficiency, being on time, again, getting people to the places they need fastest, something modern, something relevant, as opposed to dinosaurs, which again are not a relevant thing. All the stuff you're consuming and on Instagram, like, what is the upside about that? You're enjoying it for a couple minutes.
That's what the question was.
And you get to spit out a couple dinosaur facts. I'm saying that, like, you can do that with trains. Za spends his time at home doing train simulators and actually being a conductor. Like, there are avenues for people that are obsessed with trains to do fun stuff like that.
You ever done that?
I'm not personally obsessed with trains, but I'm saying, what would I rather be? I would much rather be obsessed with trains. I would rather do a train conductor than go to Dave & Buster's and play the Jurassic Park video game.
Nick.
this is a fun one. Dave, I like that you brought up, I think in the beginning, like the negative connotation that comes with being a train-obsessed adult.
Mm-hmm.
Cheah, I liked your argument of the jobs. And how long has it been since dinosaurs were relevant?
Millions of years.
Jesus. But
They're not
Dave's watching YouTube shorts of dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I think back to his first point, I think I would rather be around a guy that was like a dinosaur guy than a train guy. And I think you kind of touched on that. You went right to the career path, and that was fine, but that was all you stuck on. I think he had a few more points. I'm going Dave here.
I was a little confused early, Dave. I like your whole setup about Shane Gillis and whatnot seemed like you were just ready to alley-oop it right into trains, and then you even said engineering first, in fact, and then you pivoted to dinosaur. So I was confused, and then most of it was about how you enjoy looking at it now, but you never really told me why you should be obsessed with dinosaurs more than trains. I feel like you never hit home that as much as I would have liked you to. With that said, I don't know if you did a great job either.
It was
He talked about
it was pretty
he talked
bad,
about
Ed.
the career opportunities but the question was, which would you rather be more obsessed with? And he started talking about the career
The
opportunities.
upside for trains is
That's
exponentially better.
And I do agree with that point.
like but that point's irrelevant to the question.
But if you're so obsessed with something and you could see that there's a career in it, you would go after that. But I guess
You can do that with dinosaurs.
I wish
as
you would
well.
have said that.
To be what?
Dr. Grant in Jurassic Park.
That's fiction.
Paleontologists don't exist.
You're not getting a paleontologist job, no matter how obsessed with dinosaurs you are. Like,
but
it is realistic that if I was
do
very
it
obsessed
for the
with trains,
love of
I'd
the
get a train
game.
job.
I take in dinosaur content for the love of the game, not because I'm aspiring to dig up dinosaur bones.
This is a hypothetical. You realize that, right?
Yes, I know exactly.
I don't think you do. You're just like, well, I watched YouTube shorts on dinosaurs.
Because dinosaurs are more sweet to consume content about than trains.
And Steven did bring up the other points of all the different trains.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, you didn't give me any. You told me you look at the reels, but you didn't tell me anything about why you're obsessed.
He brought up different trains. What does that have to do with an obsession?
Because,
did
like-
you want me to list off Tyrannosaurus Rex and
I would have liked
Raptor?
I would have liked the Brontosaurus fact. Was that too much to ask?
I don't think you think this is a hypothetical.
It's.
Yeah, I like dinosaurs.
I mean, it's not a hypothetical in the fact that I already do consume some dinosaur content and zero train content. Sure. However, like I don't see what he's like. Well, the career opportunities. What is it? I don't. It's not computing for me how that helps you develop an obsession with something.
Dave, the
Developing
question was
obsession
at your
is-
current age, which you rather be obsessed with?
I'll
I
use
think at your current age, when work jobs are a factor, I think that's not a horrible point.
You're obsessed with the White Sox, right?
Yes.
Did you get a career talking about the White Sox?
Yeah.
It's kind of what he's saying.
So I have to go Cheah for that. Lance, you're the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Remember the YouTube shorts before you speak.
I guess I'm in kind of like conflicted because I guess like the thing is at your current age, right? So I'm like, the career I think is definitely a better argument is because it actually gets you something tangible. But like at your guys' current age, you're going to get a job in trains.
No.
So then I'm kind of conflicted as like, I guess it might be better just because dinosaurs are sweeter than trains. Like and you do watch YouTube shorts. So let's go 5. I'm going Dave.
We're going 5. Dave wins. Also,
And was this.
All you had to say is they're way cooler.
I tried doing that. for
and
the
you could have
fucking-
got him like saying, "Who cares?" It was millions of years ago. Dinosaurs. I just saw Nate posted a blog on this yesterday. They had a 17 million year run on this planet.
Pretty impressive.
That's insane. Then you should never be able to talk about fucking Jordan or Will Chamberlain or anyone because you don't care.
It'd be nice if some of those points were arisen instead of just I watch dinosaur content on Instagram sometimes.
He won.
Yeah.
I was
a
also maybe
convincing
hoping
fact.
for fossil fuels. Just for the hell of it.
For the hell of it.
For the hell of it.
Bring it up, yeah.
All right, final question.
What's the highest grossing train movie?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I wasn't gonna ask
Pelican
that exact
Bay.
question. I'm like, what train content even exists?
Pelican Bay. What's that? Was it Denzel Washington?
Yeah, with Chris Pine.
What's the one with
What's the Christmas
Tom
movie?
Hanks? Yeah.
Yeah, the Christmas
Yeah.
movie.
Or
Oh,
Polar
Polar
Express.
Express, yeah.
Polar Express.
It's got to be it. All right, for the win, Dave. For the win, which U.S. sport would be best to have a relegation system?
I'll take it. It's baseball. Baseball doesn't have a salary cap, so the teams don't try to win. On any given year, and I'm talking Major League Baseball, obviously. On any given year, there's 5-6 teams that are actually putting their money where their mouth is and trying to win a World Series. The bottom 20 to 25 teams don't. It is a massive issue in baseball right now. Everybody wants to blame the Dodgers. I do not blame the Dodgers. I blame the teams like the White Sox, the Pirates, et cetera, the Reds, et cetera, for the current state of Major League Baseball. And if there was, what's the opposite of an incentive? If you de-incentivized the teams from tanking, I suppose, owners like Jerry Reinsdorf and Nutting and these scumbags who just fucking take in the revenue share money and pocket it with them and their investors, that would make for a better sport. And it is America's national pastime. Obviously, football has taken over that in the last 50 or so years, but it is America's national pastime. It's baseball, apple pie, Chevrolet, all that good stuff. And it's in the worst state, in my opinion, it's ever been in. And if you introduce a relegation system to it, it would be more than just kicking teams out of the league, because there'd have to be a second league that you'd have to add and a bunch of logistics around it, but that doesn't matter for this hypothetical. I would love if you got rid of the bottom 5 teams and it forced teams to be like, oh shit, we got to get these good players because we have to compete. Otherwise, we're going to be out on a gazillion dollars of money. I know that in the actual EPL right now, the Forest are in a relegation battle with the Tottenham Hotspurs, I believe it is. They're the 16th and 17th ranked teams in the EPL. I believe there's 20. And Tottenham, I want to say, is in the middle, and I'm not a soccer guy. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat or whatever. In the middle of buying or building a brand new stadium. And if they get relegated, they're going to have to go bankrupt, and they're not going to be able to finance the stadium because they're going to be out on all the revenue share from the English Premier League. I would love that in Major League Baseball. Get rid of all these fucking loser teams that don't try to win, that just charge me and Clicky Nicky over here, a couple $100 on a game. Literally, it cost me a couple $100 to go to a baseball game these days, and it's for a losing product. I would love nothing more than if they had a relegation system in Major League Baseball.
Steven.
I mean,
before you start, and it's the easiest answer because there is no salary cap in that sport, and all 3 other major sports have the salary cap.
okay. Obviously, that's something that's close to your heart, being a White Sox fan, and they suck. But the easiest answer to this is the NBA. I mean, you have 30 teams right now. They are getting expanded to 32, it appears, with Seattle and Las Vegas on the horizon, probably the next 2 years. They're adding more teams. Yet you have about 10 teams right now that are actively trying to lose basketball games. So you're putting out a product where a third of the teams are trying to lose. The Wizards just traded for Anthony Davis and Trae Young in a move for the future. They are not playing them right now. Trae Young played a couple games, and now he all of a sudden has a hamstring injury, and he is not going to be playing. Anthony Davis hasn't even suited up for the team yet. There are fan bases where they are clamoring for the next AJ DeBanza or Darren Peterson or whoever you want to put in the, one of the top slots. And they have these visions that these guys are going to be the next guys to take them over the top. So between, honestly, like January and April, you have teams intentionally trying to lose games. Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, has vowed that next year there will be some type of fix or some type of tweak in play, because obviously the more games you lose, the more lottery balls you have, and you have the better chance of getting a higher pick. That being said, with the NFL and other sports where you basically have the worst, it's a shorter season. If there's an NFL team quote unquote tanking, I have been aware of teams losing on purpose. It's a little bit more digestible because it might be 1 or 2 games. With the NBA, again, we're looking at 4 months of intentionally trying to lose games. You have like the Jazz and the Kings who are playing their starters for 3 quarters, and then if the game is close, they do not put their starters back in the game. It makes it a poor experience for fans that are going to the game, for fans that are learning the game, for fans that are betting on the game. It makes it almost an unbettable product. As someone who bets the NBA regularly, I look at the schedule every night, and there's going to be 4 to 5 games where you just can't bet it because you don't know if players are going to be playing. So if the NBA had a relegation and teams had to play, it would make it a much, much better product because you look at the NBA playoffs, it is a much, much better product because teams are actively trying to win. If you look at the schedule and there are 2 teams trying to win, it is a good product. We need to put the fear of God in some teams as far as if you do this, you might not have a team next year.
Yeah. You said that, all right, I know the answer to this. I'm asking this kind of facetiously. How many games are in an NBA season?
82.
Double that, and that's how many games are in a Major League Baseball season.
Almost,
so if they're tanking, if we'll use the Bulls as an example, if they're tanking for 3/4 of their season, that's 60 games. If the White Sox are tanking, that is 140 games. So I'd rather sit through, just to use math, which is what you did right here, I'd rather sit through 60 bad games than 140 or whatever the math shakes out to. And it's not only that. For the NBA, one player can sometimes, not all the time, but one player can completely change your roster, especially if you get that first overall pick. That's not the case for baseball. Not in any way. That first overall pick most times is taken 2, 3, like at bare minimum 2 years in the minor leagues before he's getting to the major leagues. Unless you're like a generational superstar like Bryce Harper that flies through whatever. Oftentimes it's 4 years. So that first pick doesn't even matter. They're tanking just for the love of the game of tanking. Baseball teams are. Like the White Sox last year, the year that the White Sox set the record for most losses in a season, 2 years ago, 121 losses. I think it was 1879, like the Cleveland Spiders or some shit before you could, like, since someone lost that amount of games. And guess what they got for it? They got the 10th overall pick for that. They didn't get the first overall pick. They got the 10th overall pick. So they tanked that year, had the worst record in the history of modern baseball, and they knew that they could only pick at best 10th, and they still went out of their way and did it anyways. So get rid of the losers that do that and bring in ownership groups, front offices, etc., that want to win and that will not do that.
Yeah, I think
because that was a choice that they made.
I think the one flaw, and I think the games played is a good argument, but the flaw in that is that you're not seeing the full team in that respect. You're arguing that teams are tanking and putting their prospects in the minors because it takes them several years to get ready. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So the team that is on the field, they might have a very promising class coming in, and so if you eliminate that, then you eliminate years of work, whether it be grooming those farm systems. Am I correct? If hypothetically, if there was a great class coming in where their farm system was incredible and a lot of those guys are going to be essentially graduating or being brought up the next year, if you relegated that team, that would eliminate years of work. So I think
that's in this hypothetical. Yes, that's why it won't ever happen. Yeah, but like I don't think you can argue that right now. Because that would mean you'd have to like completely reformat the entire league. So I think it's an unfair argument for this exact hypothetical.
I agree with you that it would be silly in baseball. I think the NBA should be smart to at least consider this because there is so much demand for new franchises. Like I said, Las Vegas, Seattle, those are cities that are starving, especially Seattle, who basically were the Thunder. They drafted Kevin Durant a year after they had to move to Oklahoma City. We see them raising a championship, and now they're potentially a dynasty in the making. You have these cities that want to invest, that want to watch their cities play basketball in a good product, and it is a damn shame that right now 10 plus cities and markets in the country do not have
30. There's 30 NBA teams, right?
There's 30 NBA
and
teams.
10 plus are tanking.
Yes.
There's 30 Major League Baseball teams, and I would say 20 plus are tanking.
That's just not true.
Okay. I would say
It's not
5 or 6.
That's just
year
fake
over.
numbers.
That's not fake, Ed. Am I saying
20
I would
plus
say
teams
20
are tanking?
not tanking.
That's not true. More than half.
That's a lot.
more than half are not trying to win? What in my head, not trying to win equals tanking. Not
Then
trying
you
to
don't know
win
what
is
tanking is.
not trying to win is trying to lose.
I mean, there's like 2 teams in the. Well, never mind.
Yeah. The numbers I would ask the jury to please throw out whatever numbers that
It's the
Davis throws.
biggest issue in baseball right now is that there's only
All
a
right,
handful
all
of
right.
teams that are
Keep
trying
going on.
to win.
You missed the easy answer. which
Nick,
is
do you want
NBA.
this or me?
I'll have you end it.
Okay.
I'm torn on this one because I thought both the arguments were actually pretty decent. I thought you rebutted well with the amount of games. I like that you brought in that it's not about they're not even tanking to become competitive. They're tanking just to keep more money.
Yes.
And I think that is the bigger issue, and I think that's probably the main reason you chose baseball. You brought up I think the sport with the worst tanking is the NBA. I think if you look at some of the final score, it's what percentage of the games are like unwatchable to you?
I think Portland beat the Nets last night by like 40.
Yeah, you
Like,
look at those scores and it's absurd, and it's a slap. Both of these are slaps in the face of the fans. But I'm going with Dave here because I think he countered yours when you brought up a point. He countered it, and I think that's better debating. And I like the you brought up the greed aspect, which is how do you stop the greed? Because I think there's probably less of that. There's still that in the NBA with ownership, but baseball.
I'll give it TLDR here. Baseball, there's the financial aspect, and actually, never mind. I'm just going to talk. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Man, it's tough because obviously you both went with your bread and butter, and I do think the NBA is the better argument and the easier argument to make because let's face it, unfortunately, I understand your ownership points, and they're good points.
This is my last point I want to make.
Okay.
There's a very, very, and I said this in my argument originally, so this isn't me adding to it. This is just I want to hammer this home. In the NBA, like if there's a LeBron James type talent, there's a reason to tank. There's never a reason to tank in Major League Baseball, yet teams tank constantly in
But
baseball.
imagine that you eliminated that, and you just got 30 teams playing good
That's the
basketball.
goal for every sport. That's why football is the best because obviously there's the good teams or good organizations, bad organizations like Patriots, Jaguars, to Browns, obviously, but you can flip a football team in a year or two.
So I'm going to go Cheah. Lance for the tiebreaker.
Dang, this one is really hard. I guess, are we counting the farm system argument, or is that kind of retracted? Is that not usable in court?
Steven,
I mean, it's a hypothetical, so I think it's usable, right?
I argue-
There's a development league in the NBA as well.
Yeah.
Not really. Like,
he didn't use that. That's your argument. He didn't argue that.
No, you're right. You're right.
yeah, throw the G League. Nobody's using the G League anymore. Like you send your players down there for like a week or two. Like it's not a real farm system.
I've
You're
been to
under-
Windy
you're
City
a
Bulls
player
games.
play. I know it exists. It's for tanking teams.
I'm torn because I really strongly agree with Dave in the greed argument, and that's like it seems like baseball. It's just like some teams are always going to win, and some teams are always just going to suck. So maybe
Pirates are the most profitable
adding
team in
relegation
baseball.
to that would change it. The farm system argument kind of made it pretty good. It's like if you relegate these teams, it's like all the work you did was for nothing. Do we have an overtime question?
We don't.
We don't have an overtime question.
You got to make a decision. I mean, we do, but I'd like you to make a decision because Nick has to record.
True. Dang. I believe I am going to go with White Sox, Dave, due to the greed and the idea that one player can change your franchise instantly. Where the NBA, yes, tanking is not good, and it's selfish, and it's shitty for fans. But if you do tank to get a Cooper flag, and sometimes they rig it or whatever, or it feels,
Derrick Rose.
hypothetically, not actually rigged, but yeah, it's like if you added relegation to baseball, I think teams like the White Sox would get instantly better, and I think that would be better for the game than relegating into the NBA.
And we're glossing
But
over your salary cap
barely
argument as well.
Barely. It was a
That
very
too.
good argument.
That's the. I mean, you could just stop the argument there. And baseball doesn't have a salary cap, so fucking relegate them.
White Sox, Dave wins.
Good comeback.
Good comeback.
Yeah, great
Slow
comeback.
lead.
Comeback. I'm proud of that one.
Cheah.
If I wouldn't have gotten that last point, I would have been actually pissed, and I'm kind of pissed that it was even close.
I thought the NBA is the easiest answer possible, and
I disagree because of the one player can change a franchise argument, and that's it. If it were up to me, I would have relegation. I don't think you need it in football, honestly, but if it were up to me, I'd have relegation fucking across the board.
There's actually kind of a decent argument where it might be worth it to get relegated in the NBA if there's a better draft class in 2 years from now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were like at the 02 team, you're like, I want to get relegated now because I want to be in the 03 draft. I don't know, just a thought.
You did bring up Tottenham though. If they get relegated, they're
literally going bankrupt.
What if there's no salary cap in the MLB? What if they spend all this money and still get relegated? Injuries, are they fucked?
And I wish you would have made the point where the MLB is the league where even if you don't spend, you still have more of a chance than in the NBA.
That was what I was very worried about. I was about to say the Brewers too. I was about to mention the Brewers, and I'm like,
yeah,
not the Brewers.
Good job, Dave.
Yeah.
He deserved that.
Yeah, you bit your tongue.
Because the Brewers don't spend money for shit.
I mean, the Rays.
Constantly,
Look at the Rays.
Yeah, the Rays.
Yeah,
they're the AL and NL examples.
Yeah, where in the NBA, you're fucked. Like, you just have to get lucky.
Okay.
All right.
Come
Dave,
back with a vengeance, Steve.
Come back.
Put my hand up. Thank you.
Brain Clash 10. We will see you in the month of April. Thank you, guys.
Very good to bring up that you watched the YouTube reels of the dinosaurs.
That was the worst argument.
Why is that? The question was, what would you?
You
rather
just said
be obsessed
dinosaurs are
with?
cool. I watch them on Instagram sometimes.
The question was,
And you
what
got
would
a
you rather
point
be
for that.
obsessed with? I'd rather be obsessed with dinosaurs, and I kind of am already on the path to becoming obsessed with them. All it's going to take is one little fun fact where it's like, holy shit, I got to watch a 2-hour fucking documentary on this fun fact alone about dinosaurs. That's all it will take eventually.
It's all CG. None of it's real. Dinosaurs existed.
They didn't have cameras 65 million years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's cool thinking about what could have been and what evolved into today's age.
Your points were terrible. You could have been like, dinosaurs ate a bunch of other things. That would be sick to watch recreations of.
Yeah, I would actually.
Yeah,
Thank
you didn't say that.
Yeah.
Your argument was, I watch them on Instagram.
Your argument,
you didn't even describe
your
what you watch
argument
on
was
Instagram.
that I'd rather be obsessed with trains because there's a metro, a subway, and an L train that exist.
Those are great points. They're all modern and have relevancy in our world today.
It's what's a synonym for to obsess? Give me a synonym for it.
To obsess?
To obsess. That would be
infatuated.
Okay. I'd rather be infatuated with dinosaurs than trains. Trains don't interest me. Okay. Dinosaurs, I have an interest.
I don't think you understand what hypothetical
I
is.
understand but if I can tie it to my real life, then why wouldn't I? I just did it with the last argument too. I used the Major League Baseball as something near and dear to my heart. Science is near and dear to my heart. I like learning about weird, random shit. Dinosaurs are weird and random. I know they existed a long time ago, but I'd rather have develop an infatuation with something that is so far ago, so long ago in time that it like doesn't make sense in my head. I like learning about that stuff. I see trains every day. Trains, I understand they're necessary. They get people to and fro. Like I understand their importance and their relevancy. I don't care to learn more about them than I already know about them. With dinosaurs, I'd like to know all the dinosaur facts. That is
again,
the
it's
answer.
hypothetical.
And
I don't want to learn a lot about trains, but there is way more upside into knowing a lot more about trains than there is dinosaurs.
okay.
That's just a fact. And I thought your dinosaur argument was probably the worst.
The question wasn't what is there more upside to knowing about.
Should have been a sweep.
The question wasn't what is there more upside to know about dinosaurs or trains. It was what would you rather be more obsessed with. And I used because I do.
I didn't mishear the question.
But you keep changing the question. You just changed it.
How did I change the question?
I just
Okay. Okay.
Did he not change the question?
I wasn't listening because I ended the show 5 minutes ago. But as
We're
you
still
guys,
recording, are we not?
We're still rolling.
Yes,
Oh,
no,
we
I
better be.
I mean, this is going to stay in. I just want to show the people that the show ended 5 minutes ago.
And he's
And
lost
the
interest.
So the argument still keeps going.
I want this entire last 5 minutes clipped for me, please.
All right.
Because
I want you to rewatch your dinosaur argument and just comment on how poor it was. It was horrible.
You kept changing the argument. You kept changing the question. The question was, what would you rather be more obsessed with?
It was
I'm like,
hypothetically, what would you rather be obsessed with at your current age? Trains or dinosaurs?
But
That was the question.
Can you ask the question again? What was the question?
I just told you.
Hold on
I want to see how it was written out.
1 second. Often kids become obsessed with trains or dinosaurs. At your current age, which would you rather be obsessed with?
Where's the word hypothetical in there?
This is all hypothetical.
Why does it have to be hypothetical if you can
we
assign it
have
to real life?
We have to take sides. Of
You
an
have to
argument.
take sides, and you had the chance to take dinosaurs or trains.
You had the first go.
Okay, I had the first go, and I picked dinosaurs. Okay,
Yeah. And you didn't argue it at all. You just said you watched Instagram reels of them. Watch it back.
I can't believe I know what I said. The question again, Ed. Again, what was it?
Often kids become obsessed with trains or dinosaurs. At your current age, which would you rather be obsessed with?
I would rather be more obsessed with dinosaurs at my current age.
That was literally your whole argument. And your argument
Because
I watch Instagram reels of them sometimes. Not too much. But don't quote me on this, but it comes up in my feed a lot.
my point is that I answered it like it's already becoming an obsession. It doesn't have to be a hypothetical. It nowhere in
Name 6 dinosaurs.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, Velociraptor,
6 dinosaurs. Sorry.
pterodactyl.
Let me rephrase that. 6 dinosaurs that were not in Jurassic Park.
I don't think a pterodactyl. I haven't seen the recent.
It was.
I'm talking the very first one.
5 dinosaurs that weren't in Jurassic Park. So T-Rex, Velociraptor,
But like
Brontosaurus, Triceratops, pterodactyl out. Name 5 more dinosaurs. 5.
Brontosaurus.
That was in Jurassic Park. That's
But
one of the main.
You like an obsession. Okay, I'm gonna reword this. An obsession to me is something you take a strong liking to. I already in real life take a strong liking to dinosaur adjacent stuff. So because it's real life, I'm gonna argue that point. Okay.
That's fine.
And-
I'm just testing your knowledge. Name 5 that weren't in Jurassic Park. You should be able to do that. That's me
but
like asking to name 5 White
I
Sox.
haven't seen the last handful, so I don't know what dinosaurs weren't in. And
Okay, I just gave you the couple that were.
yeah, and those are the ones that I would have named.
Pterodactyl, Stegosaurus, Triceratops, Brontosaurus, T-Rex, Velociraptor. Just name 5 others. 4 others.
What? I don't understand your point with this right now.
You don't know dick about dinosaurs.
I like learning about dinosaur facts. I don't give a shit to learn
Give
about.
me 5 dinosaur facts.
No, I'm not going to.
Yeah, you don't know anything about dinosaurs.
Do you know anything about trains?
No, but it's a hypothetical.
No. Hypothetically,
We have to argue on it.
hypothetically, or in real life, it doesn't matter if it's hypothetical or real life. Okay.
You're claiming to be a dinosaur obsessed guy.
I'm
You
not
don't know
claiming
shit.
to it. I said in the fucking podcast I was not.
You just said it's not hypothetical. This is real life for me. I am obsessed with
I
dinosaurs.
didn't
You
ever
don't. You
fucking
can't
say
name
that.
4 dinosaurs.
I didn't ever fucking say that. I said I like
Am
science
I taking
shit.
crazy pills? You just said this 2 minutes ago.
Did I say I was obsessed with dinosaurs 2 minutes ago?
You said, why would it be hypothetical? This is real life for me. I really love dinosaurs.
I didn't say you were putting words in my mouth. I said I enjoy consuming dinosaur content, something I already do.
You don't do that. Name 4 dinosaurs.
I just fucking did. Pterodactyl, Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Those are all the
Velociraptor.
ones that are in Jurassic Park.
Who cares what they're in? Who cares? Okay? Who cares what they're in? You bringing up career opportunities for an obsession. Like, I'm obsessed with Major League Baseball, to use an example. I know that I have no chance of playing Major League Baseball.
You talk about Major League Baseball, and you make a paycheck because of that. Your name is White Sox Dave.
then I'll use another example. I like World War II stuff, okay? I love World War. I read books, I listen to podcasts, I listen to stories of soldiers that are still living from that era. I love that stuff. I don't talk about it very often online or anything.
But you do talk about it. Our jobs are cheat codes, right? Like we can talk about whatever we want.
Definitely.
But you have even before you like all of this, you were on a White Sox pregame or postgame or whatever broadcast talking about baseball. Chief is on a radio program being paid to talk about hockey. Like we get.
Okay, once again, the question was, what would you rather be at your age obsessed with? I would rather be obsessed with dinosaurs.
What is the upside of being obsessed with dinosaurs at 38 years old?
The only upside I need is to be entertained. And it already entertains me to a small extent.
Yeah.
Trains don't.
That's fine.
I think dinosaurs, if you pulled 130 to 40-year-old males like us, I think that if you ask them, what would you rather develop a strong interest in, dinosaurs or trains? The majority of them are going to say dinosaurs. And they're not going to talk about the career paths of trains or anything. They're just going to be like, oh, yeah, it's kind of sweet watching Jurassic Park.
That's fine, but you didn't say any of it. You said Jurassic Park, and you said you said Jurassic Park was an all-time great movie, and you said that you watch Instagram reels sometimes about dinosaurs. You said Jurassic Park was a great movie.
It is a great movie. I don't know that I said that.
You did.
This was great. 2 shirts. Thank you for submitting the question. This was great passion. Fellas.
I'm not saying that trains are cooler than dinosaurs. I'm saying that the upside to liking trains at 40 years.
The question wasn't what has the most upside to being obsessed with.
That is the argument. That is the argument I'm taking, because there is no upside with dinosaurs. So it is, what would you rather be obsessed with?
The upside is that I'm more easily and thoroughly entertained learning about dinosaurs than trains.
But Za also goes home and plays train simulators for hours. So it's not like it's impossible to like trains.
I'm not saying it is. I never one time said it's impossible to like trains. There are, I'm sure, a large amount of people that can really get behind that. I said that in my argument. I said engineering, that is so above my brain power, because that starts involving math and all these weird science formulas that I just cannot comprehend. You tell me a fun fact about like what the Tyrannosaurus Rex diet was, I'm all in on that, because that's something that I can envision in my head. I'm not looking to go be a paleontologist.
I know. My slant to the argument, which can be hypothetical because we don't have to believe what we say in this.
Fair.
Is that I think trains have more upside to being obsessed with, because they're modern, they exist today, which dinosaurs do not, and you could potentially get a career in them if you are obsessed with them and would love it. And it would be very cool to love your job.
Yeah, sure.
The fact that you got that was insane.
I think I voted for you. Okay. That's the episode, everyone. Thank you for listening. See you Tuesday. Sorry.